channel. I'm Mark, this is Mark's Mods, and guys, we're going to do an update. We haven't done one in, I think, about a month. Just to be perfectly honest with you, I've been really busy with it being summer, being at family events, and yeah, it just seems to have been non-stop. But the videos have been coming out. At the moment, we are 6 days a week with videos, so Monday we have the Titanic, Tuesdays we have the camper van, Wednesdays we have the Mura, Thursdays we have the Rossi bike, Fridays we have the DeLorean, and Saturdays now we've got the Optimus Prime. So yeah, a lot going on the channel. It's not easy to record all of them all, to be perfectly honest with you, but yeah, we are getting somewhere. So I'll go through them in the days of the week order. So Mondays we've been doing the Titanic. Now that's coming on leaps and bounds at the moment. We are working on the promenade deck of the Titanic, and I think the last few issues haven't been the greatest of stages for the Titanic. So a lot of it was putting the promenade deck together and putting decking down, which, if you're doing it the way I'm doing it, so I'm doing it as in I put wood glue down and then I put the decking on top, then I clamp that down, leave it for 24 hours, and then I come back to it. That's how I've done the decking since issue 1, which was the forecastle. Now, when you take that element out of recording a video, they don't last long, because basically that's taking majority of it out of it. But I have done the videos where I've sort of showed him putting the glue on and stuff like that. It's just easy if I do it off screen. So that's been not the best really in terms of content for that model. But it is the best way, I believe, in building it. So we have now been working on some of the rooms on the promenade deck. So they are coming along nicely. A lot of Partworks windows to go in. And another thing as well with the Partworks windows, we don't get any spares. So if you lose one pings off, you're going to be missing windows. So it's a catch-22 really. I would have preferred it if they gave us some spares, but yeah, it's just the way it is. But it's coming along nicely. I am up to date with that build, to be honest with you. So yeah, it's coming along. It's just finding room to store it at the moment. I've got the hull there, I've got the boat deck above there, and I've got the promenade deck over here. So, and the engine room. So literally, I've got to build in 3 different places in here, and I have to do it that way just to store it. Yes, it's going to be a massive build when it's done, but I really would like to be putting some of these bits and pieces together. That would be brilliant, because I don't have to store it in really weird ways or weird places in here. So that's the Titanic. It's still a beautiful model and it's coming along, and I think a lot of people again will be back, be hoping that we'll be back with the hull work. We still probably won't be putting on the promenade deck and the boat deck to the hull, because we've still got another deck to go below that. So yeah, it's going to still be a while, but we're into the 70s. I think, is it 75? I can't remember. We're into the 70s, so we're more than halfway through that build now. So it's nice to be now, we've done half of it. Now we're doing the next half of it. So yeah, more fun to come on that one. Tuesdays, which is camper van, that is it's moving along slowly. Now we have had some over the last couple of weeks, a few big impact parts, as I would say, as in I recorded this coming weeks, and there was quite a big piece of chassis in there, which was nice. But it's a very slow build. I don't know what it is with the D'Agostini builds. They're just very slow, and it's the same with the Rossi bike. There's not many parts, not much to do in the issue. They are very quick videos. Yes, we had quite a bit to do on the engine, but we just want some nice good issues in there. I know I've been told that there's springs to come up on windscreen wipers and pins and goodness knows what else. And there was the issues I really enjoy, but yeah, it's just sometimes you wish you had a little bit more to do. The Mura again is coming along nice. Not much to say on that one apart from that's another one that is just in bits, and I know that we don't start actually putting the majority of that car together until like the final couple of weeks of the issues. So yeah, it's great, but again, it's storage. I've actually had to move things around in there. I couldn't even fit the Mura in the drawer anymore because we've got the interior, we've got the outer shell for the middle part of the car, and then we've got the engine as well. And I just couldn't put it in the drawer, so I've had to change a few things around in here and do that. The Rossi bike. Now that again is a D'Agostini build. And that again is very, very slow. Very, very slow. Kind of dragging its heels. And I got my next lot of parts for the Rossi bike last week. And what you're spending via to what you're receiving is very little. Sometimes only a couple of bits of plastic. And it's a shame. It really is a shame. But my problem is with the Rossi bike is I've seen pictures of it complete, and in these pictures of it complete there's quite a bit of work that I can see that we need to do, but we're just not getting it. We're just not getting it at the moment. So I don't know whether it's going to be one of these builds that in the last couple of months of it you're going to have absolutely loads to do. Absolutely loads. Now I just wish they'd spread that out. It happened, I believe, with the Bismarck. I have the Bismarck. I'm not building the Bismarck because I've got John Build's Iconic Military Models building it for me. But from when I watched people build that, there was some really quick issues, cable on the label. And then right at the end, they absolutely gave you loads to do. Absolutely tons. And my point is why do that? Why not spread it out over the period and not give you loads to do at the end? So there is that. And with the Rossi, like I said, it's a D'Agostini build. I'm finding the D'Agostini builds very, very, very slow, and not much to do in them. I actually laugh at it because they are the easiest instructions in the world to snip because you've only got 2 pages. So you've only got 2 pages of instructions in the magazine to sort out, and it's been out from day one. So it's like, well, is there going to be any more instructions? But with the Titanic, with the Rossi bike, with the Mura, and with the camper van, at the moment they're all midway through the build. So basically, they're at the halfway point, which when you're doing these models, it can be a dull point. And what I mean by that is there's not much going on. Not much going on at all. So if you look at the life cycle of doing these Partworks, you start a model. Fantastic. Absolute, elation. You're starting this model. You're fascinated with what parts come through and really, it's really enthusiasm. Then you get to the stage where I am right now. And unfortunately, it can be sometimes the stage where people sort of say, you know what, I'm done. I don't want to finish this off. I don't want to do it anymore. And that's at the moment where the stage where I am with them 3 builds. So, is it 3? No, 4 builds. So it's the Titanic, it's the Rossi, it's the camper van, it's the Mura. So not much is going on. It's not incredibly exciting, but it's just getting it done. Now, I still enjoy getting parts through and to see what we've got coming up and what we've got to build, but at the moment, it's just a little bit, you've just got to stick with it, really stick with it and just say, look, I'm determined to do this. I had the same with the X-Wing. The X-Wing, there was points where I was like, I really don't want to do this anymore. You know, midway through it, we're still doing engines, we're copying it over and over again. I'm thinking, why am I doing this? Why am I doing it? But then you've just got to have in the back of your mind, you know, by the end of the build, it's going to be a fantastic model. It's going to look really good. And, you know, as long as you have that in the back of your mind that you're going to complete it, that's what happens. The only models that I stopped building are the ones I had problem with. So, and I think there's only been a few of them. The rest I do stick with right till the end. And yeah, you just got to go with it. DeLorean. Now that's Friday's is DeLorean, and yeah, it is getting exciting with the DeLorean because we're getting to the point now where, well, I'm getting to the issues now where the original run, so that was 130 issues, I'm getting to that end goal now. I just got another delivery yesterday, DeLorean, so that's 5 more issues. And I'm not into the 120s yet, but I'm not far off. Now the original run was 130, and that was the car complete with the plutonium box. So that was the original Eagle Moss run. Then they decided to do the extended issues, and the extended issues were the train track and the hood box for the Back to the Future 3 car, which is something I'm definitely doing. But that was an additional, additional 30 odd issues, or maybe 20 odd issues? It was additional issues anyway, where one, you were just getting like train tracks and doing this hood box that, well, I don't know if it's super fascinatingly detailed or not, but I'm still going to do it because I want to finish the entire build in its entirety. And I know I've then done the Back to the Future DeLorean, which is one of the very hardest cars to do. So that is actually, you know, that will be coming to an end soon. I don't know if it'll be this year, probably next year. I think I worked it out with the way things are going. So we've got that. It's the DeLorean has excited things up for me. So, and I love it when I've got quite a few issues to do because, you know, if we get really bad weather or you can't go out anywhere, or I've got loads of building I can do. What I have been doing lately, I did it last week and I've done it again this week, is I've been filming 2 issues of the DeLorean on a single video. Now, my reasoning for that is not because it's simpler, because I could do them single recordings, but to be perfectly honest with you, it's entertainment value. We did one side of the wires that go down the side of the DeLorean. So we did that. I did that in 2 issues. But then we were just repeating ourselves on the next side. So we had another 2 issues of just pipes down the side. Now, I could have split that down into 2 videos. But I decided, no, I think it's better if I just put that into one video, because you'd already seen the wires being fitted down the side. So, you know, it's just a mirror image of what we're doing on the side. So on Friday when I recorded it, we are starting with the flux bands to go down the sides. We were basically, one issue was do the left side, the other issue was do the right side. So I just did it all in one video, the left and the right side. It just made it so much easier, to be perfectly honest with you. And I'm not repeating myself. Now, once we get to the back reactor platform, they will probably then be slowed back down to 1 issue a week. I can release more if I want. Do I? Oh, I do like a good build. I'll have to have a think on that one. But it's coming along. It really is coming along. And if I can release more of the DeLorean, I will do. Because like I said, I'm just before the 120s on the parts on that one. So, yeah, it'll be nice to see the car finished. The next one, obviously, is Saturday's, which is Optimus Prime. Now, okay, so, like I said, there's a life cycle of a build. The life cycle of the build is right at the beginning. You're given loads and loads of stuff to do, really impressive. And then after that, they slow it down. And they slow it down for the reason, obviously, if you were to go the cycle that they do in issue 1, you probably would build it in no time whatsoever. So I believe I did issue 5 yesterday, Friday, and that was released yesterday. And again, there wasn't much to do in that one. So we've hit the stage now where we are slowing it down, and there's probably only going to be a few parts now per issue. We might get the one where it's quite a bit of a challenging issue, but that's just the nature of the builds. It's just the way it operates. You know, in a marketing way, it's fantastic because you get the first few bits and there's loads to do, and it really does get people's interest, so they sign up for it, and then eventually it gets slowed down. Some will go for, they can go up to maybe issue 10, and then they will slow it down. This one went up to issue 5 and slowed it down, and then issue 6, there's not much to do in issue 6 either. Now, we have been, me and the Nexus, doing the sort of review show on the Optimus Prime, and what we found with doing it was, yeah, we were reviewing the Optimus Prime live, but then we were getting tons of questions about other models, and the majority of stuff, we were just talking about the models, and a lot of people were saying, well, why don't you turn that into a show, just you and two chatting away, you know, talking about Partwork models. And it's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea at all, and it's something I definitely think we're going to look into to do like a Partworks show and just see how it comes from there. So that's some of the feedback we got. A lot of people wanted to see, you know, our take on these Partwork models and what's coming out, and you know, other bits and pieces about them. So yeah, it's definitely something to look forward to if that does kick off. Just like I said, never say never, but they are good live streams. I enjoy chatting with Kev and stuff like that, and we can literally sit there and chat for ages. It's really good fun. So that's basically it on the Partwork models. Now, obviously, I have been doing the Trumpeter Titanic, and that at the moment, that's slowed right down, and it's not to the fact that I'm lazy or I'm just not doing anything. I am doing it, but it's just very, very slow progress work. I've got to one of the hardest stages in that build at the moment, which is sorting out the prop shafts to go into the Titanic and getting the prop shafts to fit. Now, I took idea off one of the Facebook groups, which was to sort of sand down the prop shafts, but that didn't leave very much plastic in there. So obviously I've got to fit brass prop sticks into it. The only way to get them in is to drill them out. Now, that was great, but the plastic was so brittle after doing the drilling to make the prop shafts fit that I decided what I'll do is I'll make my own prop shaft covers, which I can do on the resin printer, which I did. And then it's getting then the fins off, putting them on, and then what I've been working around at the moment is working how to get the paneling onto the prop shaft covers, so it looks like the what it should look like. So that's what I've been doing. I experimented with a few things. So one of the first things I experimented was cutting out some aluminium little plates to put on. That didn't go as well as what I thought it would do, because it needs to be sort of symmetrical on both sides, and it didn't look great. It wasn't my best work, so I decided that I was going to restart all that. At the moment, what I've done now is I have sort of cut a can up, a drinks can, just one of these, which is just an energy drink. So cut one of them up. I got myself a scriber off Amazon and basically scribed into the aluminium the panel lines. Then what I'm doing at the moment, it's actually quite behind me, is I'm wrapping it around the prop shaft covers, gluing it on, and then once it's been glued on, I can cut round it the shape I need, and then once that's been done, I can then hopefully it'll look like the panel lines. Now, because I've drawn the panel lines on there in the same way as the other one, it should look symmetrical. So that's the theory. Now, at the moment, it's hard to see the panel lines because it's all kind of multicoloured, it's hard to see detail. But once the primer's on it and everything, you should start to see them. So it's coming along. A lot of that though I've been able to do because I've been doing a lot of live streaming lately on the plastic model kits. So I've really been working, you know, a couple of hours evenings and really getting to it. My problem is I just don't have enough time to come up in here during the daytime, and basically I have to do all mine on an evening. Sometimes that's easier said than done. If Julie's live streaming or whatever, then you know it's hard to get work done in case there's noise. So yeah, it's a bit of a catch-22, but it's getting done, and there will be the stage where I will have all that up to date and we'll be working on a few more exciting bits. But that's a problem when you are seeing something. You know, you're going to hit these problems because you're turning something that wasn't designed to be an RC model into an RC model. So yeah, it's all good fun. Now, I've noticed that a lot of people have been now started receiving their Ecto 1. Now, my Ecto 1 was in need of some TLC. So, excuse me, it was one of the first vehicles I'd ever built. And if I knew what I knew back then, it probably wouldn't have been the way it was. So I had to take it apart, do some wiring repairs on it, and sort out all the wires and the leads, and I had to sort out the stretch. Basically, when you leave something for so long, you kind of tempting fate that will it work as good as when you last worked on it. Now, with it being obviously what happened, we didn't work on it for over a year. So when I got mine down, obviously it was a bit dusty, it needed cleaning, it needed a few repair work that needed to be sorted. All that is now done. So all of that's done. I just need to now order the 10 issues that I need to finish it off. So, well, it's 10 stages, so it'd be 3 issues that I need to finish it off. And once that's done, it's done. It will be completed. I can say that is another completed model. I will be hopefully ordering them this week to get them here ASAP. So fingers crossed on that one, and we can continue with the model. The only thing which I know I can get from Partworks upgrades, it may be something I have to look at down the line, is my rear blue flashing lights will not work because the motors in them were shot. I tried to order some replacements on eBay, but they weren't as good, you know, they were just as bad. Excuse me, my nose. So they were just as bad as the others. So it won't work. Now I can get replacement blue lights from Partworks upgrades, and I think that's something I'll have to look for in the future. I think it's just got to save up a few pennies before I can purchase something like that. But let's get the Ecto 1 finished. I think that is the most important thing at the moment. Getting that Ecto 1 finished, getting it, you know, a completed model, and then we'll look at what we can do to upgrade things and make things better on it. That car's more or less stock. I've done hardly any mods for it because I wasn't really much into modding at the time. If I knew a little bit more than what I know now, maybe I would have done it, but just the way it is. Okay, so that is the Ecto 1. So everything's moving along smoothly, it seems to be at the moment. But back by popular demand, a few months ago I did do an update on a model I'm not even building, and that is Julie's Disney Dolls house. And a lot of people were actually quite fascinated in the Disney Dolls house and what it looked like close up and everything. So I thought today, you know, I haven't done one of these for a while. Let's show the Disney Dolls house. So what I'm going to do is we're going to bring the Disney Dolls house into here, and instead of me talking about it, because absolutely it's not my build, it's not me building it, I'm going to get Julie to talk about it, and we'll show you the Disney Dolls house. So back in a second, and we will have a look at Disney Harchette's Disney Dolls house.
So here is the Disney dollhouse, and the last 3 issues or so we've had some quite bumper issues to do. So we're going to go back to issue 74, where we were working on the Little Mermaid's bathroom. So the first window that we did was this one here. Then we moved on and did the back window here at this side. So we did those 2 windows, and then we did the adjoining door. So for the Mermaid's bathroom and the Aristocats music room. So we did the adjoining door for that. And in that issue we also built a little mirror, and we finished a chest of drawers. We had to put some little handles on, which were pretty fiddly, but yeah, I managed to finish that after the live stream on the Monday. So then we get on to issue 75, which is Cinderella's bathroom and Little Mermaid's bedroom. Cinderella's bedroom and Little Mermaid's bathroom, where again we did the adjoining door. So we did that in that one, and then we put some skirting on in the Aristocats. So in this one we put the little bits of skirting, and then we put the whoops, trying to figure out where my finger there, at the board here in the middle. We had to put a little bit of cardboard here to line it up, and then we put the bits at the top there in that issue also. And then we put the ceiling on over at this end. Can we see? Yeah, we put the ceiling on here. So that was another bumper issue. That was 75. And then 76, which was last week's, which was a mirror for the Little Mermaid, the Aristocats music room and Cinderella's bedroom. So we had some finishing items to do. We had a mirror to build and to finish. Then this is when we did the let me get to the page. We had the mirror to do, the big mirror there that's on screen. And then we had the baseboards at the bottom, the pink boards, and we had to put those little squares in.
Big mirror, don't you mean big window?
We had a mirror in that issue as well. Yeah, we had to build a mirror for the Little Mermaid's bathroom. And then what else did we do? Oh, we did a little bit more of the detailing for the Aristocats room. I think we had to finish off some of these middle board, these middle little alcoving with the bits of cardboard. So that was very interesting. Then it was this little bit of, oh no, it was this, sorry, this this side, this little bit in here. So yeah, that is where we are up to. So issue 76 with the doll's house. So 77 will be next, and we are doing the next set of stairs. So yeah, that will be interesting. So that's what's coming up. I don't know if there'll be a stream tomorrow or not, as it is Christine's birthday. So yeah, just watch out for that.
Well guys, what did you think of that? Coming along, it's a beautiful model, really nice. I was unsure about that doll's house when we first signed up, but yeah, it's certainly coming along. It's very, very different from anything that I've done. Very, very different, and it's going to be huge when it's done. But coming along nicely, and some really nice work gone into that one, I got to admit. But yeah, so I hope you've enjoyed today's catch-up video of what is going on. All the videos will be coming out as normal next week. They're all recorded. They're all ready to go. So Monday we will have Titanic. Tuesday will be Campervan. Wednesday will be Miura. Thursday will be the Rossi bike. Friday will be Back to the Future DeLorean. And Saturday will be the Optimus Prime again. And then Sunday, might do another one of these. We'll see how it goes. Anyway guys, if you like this video, please do give it a massive thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell and be notified of any future videos. But as for always, stay safe and bye for now.